Howdy folks, welcome to another episode of The Weekend Angler. Earlier this year my wife and I attended a boating and fishing show at the Pavilion in Marion, and while we were there we come up with the idea of doing a $10 fishing challenge. We each bought $10 worth of fishing lures and decided at some point later in the year we would go out and try to have a 2-hour competition to see who could catch the most fish, the first fish, and the biggest fish, using only those $10 worth of lures. Well, with a child and working different schedules and everything else, it's now the 2nd of June, and this is the first chance she and I have had to actually get this competition going. So today we are going to be doing that. We are out on Lake of Egypt in Marion, and we've given ourselves a 2-hour time limit. We're going to get started and see who wins this $10 fishing challenge competition. So she's back there going, she's pointing at herself. She's not on camera, but she's pointing at herself just like in the announcement video. So guys, I'm gonna get the cameras all set up. We're gonna get everything rigged up and start recording, and we'll see how this thing goes. So give me just a minute. All right folks, it's time now is noon. So with the 2-hour time limit, we're now looking at 2 o'clock p.m. I'm going to be starting out with this rattling jig here. We'll be fishing some weed beds and some docks with that. I've put one of the crawdad trailers on it. My wife is starting out with her spinner bait there. She's going to hold it down in front of the camera. Kind of an odd duck little spinner. It doesn't have a skirt on it, but we're going to see how that goes. So guys, let's get started. See who's going to win this competition. Some awesome mussel shells underneath that dock. Huge. Yeah. Open.
12 seconds later.
Probably, but they're huge. I haven't seen them that big on this lake before. Oh, that's bad. I already felt that. Third backlash of the day. And it's a bad one. Awesome. I hate bait casters. There you go, another idea for a video. How to fix your wife's backlash. That'd be an hour-long video. Yeah, to you. Don't you impress? I kept my language to myself. That's the first, folks. There we go. It'd be a hell of a time for me to catch the first fish on your rod, and it would count. There we go. And it didn't happen. No, it didn't happen. I'm gonna spin this around though. We're gonna get out of this weed bed a little bit. Hey. He swam it under the dock, didn't you? Whoa. Would you look at that? My knot broke.
Your knot broke?
Yeah. But my jig stayed in the boat. I don't know how that happened, but we're going to take him off anyway. So far I haven't had anything even look at that jig. Yeah.
Does look pretty badass. Gotta catch something first. Gotta learn how to fish this thing first. It looks pretty awesome coming across the water, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Thought that was Brooks for a second. Oh, you hung up?
Time.
Good time.
Yep.
Alright, I got this line in the water. This is the last one. That's it.
Not even a bite.
Not even a bite. Closest we had to getting a bite was we had bluegill that were very inquisitive. That's it. All she wrote. Well, folks, we have reached the end of a very long, very hot, very grueling 2 hours in which neither one of us got so much as a bite. So,
A lot of backlashes.
a lot of backlashes,
A lot of weeds.
a lot of salad,
A couple trees.
a couple trees, several bluegill that tried to mate with our lures, but no fish entered this boat during this 2 hour period with any of these lures that either one of us had picked.
Did lose a lure.
We lost a lure. Well,
It broke.
I had a jig die. The skirt fell off. But I'm reminded of the Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade when he gets to the chalice room and he dies, and that guy goes, "He chose poorly." And that's what I'm thinking of in this tackle box. I must have chose poorly. So, guys, all I can say on this one is we have to repeat this challenge.
Part 2.
And it's not going to happen on Lake of Egypt. We're going to go somewhere else. I don't care where, but it's not going to be on this lake. I fish this lake too much, guys. This lake is probably the closest lake to my house, and that's why I always end up on this one. But yeah, so we're going to have part 2, which I can only imagine it means we also have to increase the wager on this thing.
Ooh.
So yeah, we're gonna have to come up with something there. So guys, I hated that it took so long to get this video done. If we had been able to do this in March or April like I had planned, this would have been a very, very different video. But the bass are going to move into their summer pattern here real soon. Right now, it's been tough to get a bite anyway on this lake. I was out here a few days ago and got a few. But no, so we will have to come up with something different, and we're going to pick us a different lake and get a chance to get out there and do another 2 hour fishing challenge. We're going to try to do it earlier in the day too. We didn't get out here today till about noon, and we've just fished the hottest part of the day with the sun overhead, and that didn't work out in our favor either. So guys, as always, thank you for watching my videos. Like, subscribe. Thank you for bearing with me on this one where we didn't catch any fish, but you know what, every time I turned on a fishing show and see somebody who catches fish every time that I watch this show, you know, it doesn't really happen that way.
No.
So you're going to get skunked. It's going to happen. Happens to me more times than I care to admit. So it's all we can do. So guys, thank you as always, and we'll see you real soon. We'll get part 2 of this challenge going, so look forward to it. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.
See ya.